In this video, you're going to be seeing loads of aliens and loads of UFOs. Some of them are going to be questionable, but some of them, mate, you can't tell me that these aren't strange or, in fact, real, okay? Because, yet again, you guys have delivered, right? You've sent me some incredible stuff. But before I go into those ones, I wanted to just speak to you about the video I did a few days ago, where we well, there was two things. One thing I totally missed, and if you remember, I showed you a 4K footage of the mountains, right? And there was this small unidentified flying object flying straight across, and it looked like a UFO. And I said to you guys, I was like, it looks really small. Can you imagine like a little mini alien driving that thing, right? And I didn't even connect it to the video that I showed you guys at the beginning of the video, right? I didn't even see it. And in fact, I even read out a comment explaining it, and it didn't even click. Watch this. I showed you this, which is, again, 50-50. Some people say it's fake. Some people say it's real. But there's something about this video that I missed, and I want you to see it. It's crazy. I'm going to show you it from start to finish, and then we're going to go back, and I'm going to speak to you about it, right? I don't care what anybody says, mate. This video is absolutely incredible. Incredible. I'm now going to show you something that I didn't even pick up, and I don't know whether you did. I thought at the beginning, right, when you see the UFO, it was like 3 planes flying from behind it, and that's why it went underwater or something like that. Oh, no, no, no. What I just said to you about the little mini drones, the little aliens are flying, watch this, right? This is crazy. I can't believe I missed it. Right. Okay, here's the UFO, right? Here's the UFO. And this could explain so many things, right? Think of this as the mothership. I know it's not a mothership. It's more like, I don't know, a sister ship. I don't know. But look, I thought 3 planes fly across, but it's not, mate. Look. It drops drones. And then they separate into 3 and fly off. And look at that, mate. Isn't that identical to the video that I showed you in 4K? Or pretty much close. And if you haven't seen that 4K footage, mate, I'll remember to leave a link. But I've actually put a playlist of all my UFO and alien videos together, so you can check those out. But it's like from the other day. But mate, I couldn't believe it, and I even looked at the comments as when I read it out in the video. I'm like, but look, would that explain these little mini drones that you see? Because I gotta be honest with you, when I see these little mini drones, I actually think that potentially they could be people putting casings over drones and stuff, you know, to make it look like a UFO. Mate, that would explain so much. And then the other thing that I wanted to speak to you about is you guys teaching me so much. In that same video, we showed a woman from 1954, I think it was, talking about Nordic. Well, I didn't know at the time, but she was talking about a UFO hovering over her house in England, and her actually looking in the cockpit and seeing 2 aliens. And she described these aliens, right? And I was like, what the hell? Like long blonde hair, like big foreheads and things like that. And you guys were spamming me in the comments, Nordic, Nordic, Nordic. I'm like, what the fuck is Nordic? What are you on about? So I looked into it, right? And if you don't know what Nordic is, this is pretty much the overview of what Nordic is, mate. I'm flicking through here, man. I've got so much to show you. Oh, hang on.
I just have to ask.
Mate, that just scared the crap out of me. What was that sound? Oh, God. Yeah, listen to this. If you don't know what Nordics are, this is it.
So let's get into more detail about these tall Nordic beings. Like, what do they look like?
I'd say they tend to be in, about 6.5 feet tall. Their variation in eye color tends to be blue, green, lighter colors. Don't tend to see too many like dark brown or darker colored pupils. They tend to be lighter colors. Some of that probably is living subterranean as well. Some of the pale skin is probably from that. Even though they do have these artificial fusion devices, which is essentially an artificial sun, stuck up in the ceiling somewhere. It's often still not quite the same as living on the surface. They tend to wear robes, which is the standard intergalactic wear. They seem actually really skinny and lean to me. They don't have a lot of muscle mass or muscle development on there.
What do they eat, and what's their customs?
Mostly vegetarian diet, apparently.
I've got to be honest with you. This is where he sort of lost me, right? About what they eat and stuff. Really, mate? You know exactly what they eat? Come on now. So these images, right? And what they're describing is exactly the same as the woman interviewed in 1954, mate. Exactly. Because when she was on about, wearing a robe and long blonde hair, and what made me think about it, right, is imagine if nobody knew about sleep paralysis. Nobody knew. And a mate of yours came to you and said, oh, mate, I had this weird thing that happened to me last night. I woke up, I couldn't move, and I saw this black shadow figure in the corner of the room. And you're like, oh, you'd be like, oh, mate, this sounds really freaky. It's probably just a nightmare. And then somebody else phoned you, who lived in Australia or something, halfway around the world, and said, oh, mate, she said this weird thing last night. Fucking black shadow figure right in the corner of my room. I woke up, couldn't move, mate. You'd be like, hang on a second. My mate just said about that. And the question is about sleep paralysis is why does everybody have the same image, right? Who spoke to each other about this to plant the seed? It just happened. So what I'm trying to say is back in 1954, when nobody really, were they? I don't know. I'm just assuming that nobody really was talking about aliens as much as they are today, okay? How did she come up with that? So it's weird, mate. It sort of just puts a little bit of meat on the bone about that. Anyway, right, so that's the two things that I wanted to talk to you about regarding the last video. Now, oh, mate, all right. Now, I did say to myself and you that I'm not going to talk about aliens in Miami again. However, right, because, I covered it, and I didn't repeat anything. I gave you all fresh new information, okay? But I would be cheating you and cheating myself if I didn't bring this to the table, right? Don't worry, we're going to be seeing some real life UFOs directly, right? And also aliens. But I wanted to show you this because this is really weird. Because the things that he's describing in this video correlates to the graffiti guy that was drawing stuff and saying exactly what he saw. Listen to this and tell me what you think.
Think you've heard all the facts about the Miami Mall incident? I hate to break it to you, but you're wrong. I just received some crazy new information that will absolutely blow your mind. As it turns out, the group responsible are known as realm hackers and call themselves A and B, or above and below. They recently introduced themselves to the world by opening portals to lower dimensions in large public spaces. When asked why they did it, one member boasted, "To see what happens." This new event was classified as rifting, since the device used to tune into and rip open these dimensions was called an RFT box. The box itself is a repurposed and discontinued radio frequency tuner from the late 1980s.
Mate, right, okay, so stopping it right there, we're going to listen to the rest of it, but that is what the graffiti artist that was up above looking down at these groups of kids said that they had in their hand, like an old VCR player, he said, okay? That's weird. But then what goes on next, what he says next, is so strange because it connects to a story that I spoke about in my last weird video. Hang on, wait 1 second. This is crazy, man.
Mixed with an over-the-kitchen-counter pressure cooker that has been brutally modified with a copper-wrapped obsidian core that floats in red mercury, an item readily available on the dark web. This combination, when electrically charged under pressure, produced a distortion in time-space called a swell. And when the swell is cut with a concentrated radio wave, the rift begins and a two-way rip occurs between dimensions, effectively creating a temporary door. Most entities that can navigate through these makeshift portals are considered corrupted energy leeches.
Energy leeches. Listen to what he's saying now, mate, because I'm going to talk to you about something, right?
They are aura succubus class demogorgs to the high-ranking officers that monitor them. The group of teens that opened the first dimensional doorway in Bayside Mall on January 1st said, "We knew we wanted a high concentration of people that feed off of dopamine to experience the event. Since these creatures feed off of fear and terror to gain new strength levels and abilities, we needed to expose them to as many souls in a confined space as we could, and a shopping mall was the perfect place."
Mate, I've got to say, because it's bursting out, right? Okay. Whether you believe in this or not, okay, I'm still sort of toing and froing about, like, something definitely went on there, okay? However, what he's saying about that, right? These things feeding off of your emotions, fear, anxiety, and stuff like that, that sounds extremely familiar, right? Because 2 days ago, 3 days ago, 2 days ago, whatever, right? I'll leave the link or something. I did a video. The front cover is a water tornado, and that is the video that explains about this, how we're in this prison being run by things which are feeding off of our emotions and negativity and stuff like that, mate. It's crazy.
They say these interdimensional creatures aren't so much violent as they are curious and hungry, walking around almost looking famished and lost, bumbling around and randomly flailing as they glitch in and out of our reality due to energy loss.
Glitch in and out of reality due to energy loss. They were talking about glitching, these things just disappearing and coming back and just walking around. Mate, this is fucking crazy. Like, I know that it could all be bullshit, right? I know. But it's like reading a second chapter that unveils more stuff, like more detail. It's mad, man.
They must consume to stay here. So the more people that look at them in fear, the stronger they get. An interesting point is these entities actually do have faces, but choose to conceal them because it induces a more concentrated spike of initial terror in all who witness them. So what do you guys think? Are the realm hackers known as Above and Below the real deal, or is it just another fantastic story?
Mate, like, that is a fantastic story. That is a fantastic story. Whether I believe it or not, I don't know, but it does sync very well with what went on there, and also how it connected to that other video I was talking about the other day, mate. There's a new alien which is out and about, okay? Found in the UK in somebody's back garden. Boom. Check this out. Look at that. Look at that, mate. Somebody found that in their back garden. Somebody said it can be a root. Is it a root? Mate, I'm not being funny. That don't look like a root to me. Look. No root has eyes, a nose, a mouth, pair of boobs. It's weird though, right? Imagine finding that in your back garden. It does look very real. It's got to be some sort of... What are people saying about it? Original post is gone. Their original post is gone. That's weird. They got harassed on Reddit and other social media sites. People found her Instagram. She said had also posted this on, and they started messaging her through. There was so she had to delete the post. I love how so many people say this is how you know it was fake, instead of, oh damn, she must have been harassed non-stop via DM to investigate something that A, she never asserted, and B, she made explicitly clear she was uncomfortable doing. Oh god, yeah, it does look like R-Type. I remember that game, mate. Bloody hell, R-Type. Brilliant game. I know it obviously is some sort of fetus or something like that, right? Must be. But it doesn't look symmetrical in a way. Like, you know, the knees, the elbows and things like that. Look at it. I mean, the face and head is symmetrical. But what I don't understand is all this sort of stuff, right? This doesn't tell me that it's able to walk. I mean, obviously it must be walking like some sort of octopus, right? Or something like that. But you would think it would have to have some sort of symmetrical muscular shape to move around, not some random joints and bumps and weird stuff like that, you know? Right, this first of all, before we get into something else I want to show you, which sinks in with this quite nicely, hold your horses, because this at first just looks like a normal bloody cloud, but my god, what the F is going on here, mate? This is a couple of years old, but somebody sent it to me. It's their actual video, I think. Look, check this. Right, you looking at that? It will zoom in a minute. And actually, in the comments, he was praised about how well he managed to focus in on this thing and not be wobbly and all over the shot. Right, you're looking at it, you think it's just a cloud.
It's a fucking cloud with lights in it.
Why is it morphing like that?
Weird. I've never seen no shit like that.
And he's titled it Cloaked UFO. Mate, that's heading somewhere. Look at it rotating. Clouds don't do that.
Lights in it. I've never seen no shit like that.
And lights. Look at the front here.
Moving weird.
And it's glistening.
I know you see them sparkling lights in it. Never seen no shit like this in my life.
Look at it! Mate, and do you know what? When I saw that, it reminded me, because a while ago I tweeted out to you guys what good alien film is, sort of UFO alien film is there out there, right? And somebody recommended Nope, right? I watched it. And mate, these things that they portrayed as this UFO, right, was hiding in the clouds. And that just made me think about that. And talk about hiding in the clouds, mate, right? Look, talking about hiding in the clouds, check this. He zooms in, look. What is that? Look at this. It looks like a bloody boat. It could be just misshapen, but look at the miles and miles and miles and miles of cloud. And then all of a sudden, you're getting this weird stuff, mate. Look at it. Imagine if it just went flat straight on. That is freaky, man. Freaky. And then, this, mate, somebody sent me this. UFO footage from a documentary, The Beings from Beyond. The Beings from Beyond, right? But don't you worry, man. After this, I'm going to show you a couple of videos which are crystal clear that cannot be fake. I don't. They can't be because it was live, right? Whether it's a UFO or not, it's a different thing. But let me just show you this first. Have you ever seen anything move like this before? Look!
I was tracking a light in the sky. I couldn't tell on the camera if it was a satellite or not. And I'm tracking this light. And as far as I was concerned, while it was happening, that was it. It was just one light. And then I was looking at the footage on the computer. I noticed I had caught the most amazing thing ever. And that was very, very definitive to me, seeing that footage. This light comes from the top left corner of the screen, zips down, and then zips back up to this object I was tracking and pulls these maneuvers that I've never seen anything pull before in the sky.
Look how fast it's going, man.
Yeah, that really sold me on it. Because I was honestly starting to feel like I was losing my mind, and I was really questioning everything. I was starting to feel like I was crazy. Like, am I just filming satellites? I don't know. Like, you really start wondering and start questioning yourself, and it's been really tough in that regard. But every now and then you'll get stuff like this on video, and it's like, okay, yeah, no, there's actually something here. There's actually something here.
Mate, I'm legit going to buy a telescope. I'm going to buy a telescope, and I'm going to go live, and I'm going to just fucking start looking at the sky. I've got to, man.
And then you go over everything that had happened previously, and when you look at the big picture, you can start piecing it all together, that something is actually going on, and you're not going crazy. And boy, I'll tell you, you really do need moments like that where you capture really good stuff on video, because if you don't, if you just capture like questionable things on video that could be something, you will start to go crazy.
That's mad. That's mad. And then, right, somebody sent me this. This one here, mate, the final video, I just thought was, I don't know. I can't explain it, okay? So you need to check this out. Thank you to the person that sent me this, mate. I can't remember where it is, mate, because I've got hundreds of UFO and alien videos, hundreds of emails. I can't work out, or can't remember who sent me it, but thank you so much. Right, watch. He's going to play it back, forward, zoom in, and all that sort of stuff, okay? Did you see it? This thing just vanishes. We're talking about cloaked UFOs, right? And how it comes up there and straight across. Like, what? Look at the direction. Look at the direction of how it just changes. Boom, boom, right there. Boom. Boom. Look at that. It almost stops fractionally, right? Like, boom. What the hell is that, man? Look, you can tell he's not changed this footage, okay? He's trying to find out what the hell, or she, right? They're reversing it, zooming in, and God knows what, mate. Like, what the actual F is that? Look, he zoomed in. I hadn't seen this bit. What is that? Is that it? Is that it? No. Fucking is it? Oh, was that the... Oh no, that's a bird going past, I think. Oh no, here we go. There. Oh shit, hang on. What is that, man? Anyway, there you go, mate. That's the videos for today that I wanted to show you. I'm loving this, mate. Please If you like what you saw, let me know in the comments. Tell me what you think. And stay tuned because there's going to be lots more freaky deaky aliens, UFOs, and whatever, mate. Okay? Thank you so much. Take care. Have a good weekend. All right? I'm not going to upload this weekend. So please make sure you go back and check out the other stuff. Take care. Bye-bye.